Okay, Thursday morning in the kingdom, yes, and it's chilly willy out here, and it's smoky. Yes, we woke up to plus 9 Celsius, and on the yo-yo scale, plus 49. But also, too, we're in a heat warning. Yes, a heat warning. It's going to go up to plus 29 Celsius, but on the yo-yo scale, that'll be plus 84 Fahrenheit. Also, too, see that? We're invoice 502724 today. Yes. See, I wrote it all down. Look at that. And also, too, we have the heat warning, air quality warning. No shit. Yes, you can tell right now, and it's hard to breathe. So today has been canceled. The staff was going to come over. We're going to do water tests using Thor. She needs to drive and practice with Thor. And I was going to use the 46 pulling the wagon. Yes, we have the most maximum capacity and do sprinkler tests. So we know what our, how would you say, our rotation is on load and go. But that's been canceled today because look at the smoke. Yes. So these lodge guests arrived yesterday, fly out in the float plane to the lodge, and now they're sitting in their boat and sucking back this the smoke. Now, if they were on the Alaskan cruise, the boat would have went out to open water, offered free drinks and, how'd you say, entrees or whatever, hors d'oeuvres or whatever that word is. Yes, and then they'd cruise back into the shoreline because the tsunami wave wasn't that great. Yeah, like my honeymoon. All right. So let's scroll a bit more. The sun is over here. I seen it when I come out. Somewhere over here. Over here. Yes. Oh, there it is. Over there. Phone's having trouble focusing. All right. Yes, and I noticed that yesterday when I watched the video on the YouTube channel. Yes. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button because your ex-wife or your wife has probably described you. Yes, we seem to, how would you say, offend the ladies for some reason. All right, we had a good day yesterday working on the 46 Chevy there and the 45. Those steering wheels was, how would you say, planned all along to switch them out. So the wooden one's back in there. So now I can't drive it with my greasy hands. Yes. All right, a little bit more. The smoke is getting bad, but we're going to hide in the shop today and make pieces for the 46. Yes. And the staff's going to wander around aimlessly lost at her house and try to stay out of the smoke. Unfrickin' real. And this is man-made fires up here. Unreal. Well, you better go. Here comes the boss.
Thursday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 8 a.m. and as you can see, it's extra smoky out here right now. The sun is even orange as well. Now let's head inside and see if the dogs want to go out. I don't think we'll be doing much in the kingdom because it's supposed to be extra smoky like this all day today.
Okay, after morning coffee in the kingdom, and I'm hiding in the shop with the doors closed. That smoke has got a taste to it, and it's getting annoying. Yes, we'll hide in the shop. All right. So I made a list last night while I was still sober. Oh, wait, that's been a couple months. And all the stuff we got to do. I went out to the truck on the 46 Chevy and made measurements. Yes, so here's the measurements. Here's the pieces preliminary cut out right here, and that's for the park brake brace or whatever. And the quality material of choice is the feet off that tank that's on the wagon. Yes, so these bent feet or whatever this for sitting on the ground that we welded to the trailer or the wagon in a hurry to go fight forest fires or hot spots and everything like that has now become recycled material. Yes. So I think we're going to spend a day in the shop. It's unreal. The smoke is unreal. It's getting annoying. It's like a bad marriage, but we'll continue on. Okay, it's only 10:30 in the morning and it is smoky. We got the shop doors closed. We're trying to hide in the shop as much as we can, but we have to come out here for magic measurements. Yes. So this is the finest quality steel. We reuse, repurpose, and everything like that. So here we got some locking mechanism. Ooh, it's not too warm. This will glue down in here and we'll weld it on to look good. Yes, but we're not welding out here because it's too smoky. Let's do the walk and talk. That way everybody gets their daily exercise. I was out here grinding, but because the metal has that paint on it and it smells out the shop and everything, you need to be out here for ventilation when grinding that. All right, so this side is made. We're going to booger weld it on too. And also too, we knew this was a design problem when we made the park brake lever. So we put a plate in here and cut it to fit. That way it'll give it some strength. But I put a bolt on here to, how would you say, so I can hold it into place. Okay, now that I touched it, it's going to fall through. But that's the joys. So we'll weld that in, and we have some other things. We'll maybe put some floorboards in today. Hopefully, because there's so much heat coming off these dual exhaust pipes. Yes, it gets pretty warm in the cab. All right, let's continue the quest of hiding from the smoke.
10:30 and it's extra smoky out here right now. I'm going to quickly rake out the dog pens and then I can run the sprinklers for a few minutes to soak the house and the yard. Once that's done, I'll see how long it'll take to fill the tank after I use the sprinklers.
Okay, just past 11 o'clock and we're hiding in the shop because the smoke is unreal. You can tell in my voice. So I'm going through all my fittings here to make sure I have the right amount of fittings to finish this project. Yes, we just did the park brake cables on the 46 Chevy. And over here we have the 38 Maple Leaf, and we tossed everything inside when, how would you say, we emptied the shop out to the first round of fires. So when I worked on the 46 on the other day, I couldn't figure out why the park brake cable wouldn't fit in the bracketry, because I was moving the bracketry. Well, we found out why. Look at that, 2 different lengths. So if I put this one on the 46, and then any mounting brackets I make for the 38, I make it fit these shorter cables. Because we had Sir Rodney get us, I think, 10 of these cables, and they're all the same length for the vehicles, one size fits all. So I'm going through, sorting everything, making sure, and this is the neutral safety thing from yesterday. I had all my extra pieces and I put it in a bag for this truck because there's the shifter right there. Yes, look at the shifter. All right, so these trucks are the same. These are the only 2 with the automatics, the 46 and the 38 GMC. So we'll have to make a park brake mounting bracket over here. And the rate we're going today, with it being smoky, we might have to hide in the shop because you can't breathe outside. Inside the shop, if we crank up the tunes, drink the beer, it'll be just like the good old days. Oh wait, the tune machine, the tunes are broken and we only have 7-Up. Oh well.
11 a.m. and I just let the sprinklers run for half an hour. Now let's see how long it'll take for the WHO-ville water to fill this tank up. As you can see from my camera here, the sand flies are getting pretty bad right now. At least once a week, I like to get the 69 started just to make sure it still runs in case we do have to evacuate again. So let's start her up and see if it runs.
Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and to amuse myself, yes, and I haven't been covered in Never Seas in what, 12 hours? It was yesterday I was covered in it, so we got to get it out. So I don't know the length of the rods for the park brake cables on the 38 Maple Leaf, so I threaded one end of these long rods on the 46 Chevy. It worked out that I cut the rod in half and I was able to use it that way. So I'm taking a chance. Yes, take a chance on me. Oh, that's ABBA. Now the song is stuck in my head. Oh, so we got it threaded on and we can figure things out. After lunch, I think we'll be working on the emergency brake lever that's got to go there. Seems how we perform magic on the 46. It's still fresh in my little mind. I think I should be able to do it, and maybe put the neutral safety switch on the shifter too. Maybe we'll do that first.
12 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to make lunch. I'll be having leftover pizza from last night, so let's head inside. The dogs haven't been out very much because of how smoky it is. I don't think we'll be doing much in the kingdom today. Look how thick that smoke is. 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. As you can see, it's still pretty smoky out here right now, but the wind is starting to pick up and it's getting warmer, so let's head inside. My dad messaged and said we're not going to be doing anything today because of how smoky it is, so he's just going to work in the shop.
Okay, 2 o'clock in the kingdom. It's still smoky outside, but it's getting warm, yes, and there's still no breeze. So after lunch, we spent 1 hour, exactly 1 hour, to make the neutral safety lever. But I put the little tab thing or the pull thing going forward. Now I'm going to have to change the other one because I'm just going to rip my clothes, yes. So we got it to work, but we don't know where neutral is. Yes, we don't know where neutral is because all we're doing is counting the clicks on the transmission, and you want to set it so it's running and neutral is neutral. Yes. So over here, we're now going to stay inside the shop and put this park brake lever out of the Ford. Yes, the Ford. We ran out of park brake levers. We're going to mount it over there. For some reason, this truck didn't come with one, but it had lots of transmission troubles, and most likely they were changing out the transmissions or took the transmission. Well, in fact, we got the truck. It had the transmission top apart, so maybe they took the emergency brake lever and had it assembled or disassembled in the field or in the garage or the storage shed, and the pieces were on the floor or on the wall or something like that, or on the shelf. So we never got it, so we make the best of it. We found one from a Ford. We can't buy one on eBay because they're way too expensive. If I bought one back in 2011 when this truck arrived, then it would have been cheap. All right, let's continue the quest. We're going to make a Ford working a Canadian Chevy. Okay, in the last video I said Canadian Chevy, and that's what a Maple Leaf is. A Canadian Chevy is better known as a Johnny Cash truck. He took it one piece at a time. Yes, because it's confusing. The front wheel brakes on the front here are basically a 1945 Mack fire truck. That's how you figure out the shoes, the wheel cylinders, everything like that. That's how you cross-reference, because there is no books or online parts stores for the Maple Leaf trucks of 1938. They are the heavy-duty Chevy, okay, but they use parts from everywhere. So I'm quite confident. All right, let's scroll this way. Nobody's going to get dizzy in putting a Master Ford brake lever in. Yes, but who said this is Ford? It's probably a name brand made and sold to Ford. So it could be a Dumont or DuPont or something like that. Or Del Monte. You never know. So the thing is this park brake lever had, I'm assuming, I'm going to make an ass of you and me, but I'm assuming it had the park brake on the back of the transmission. That's why this lever system here, or this rod, is such a heavy duty, because they have to do all the force and lever into making it work. Whereas I'm using the original Chevy, I can get away with the 5/16 rod, because as it gets to the back, there's more and more lever applied. Okay, so when you pull the lever, it has a pivot, and it, how would you say, multiplies the force. So we got this to work. We lucked out having this here. It has to have a big clearance in here because it's got to miss the little teeth there. I found that out on the other one. Yes, and then we just have to make the mounting bracket fit the plate, and then we can start bolting it to the frame. Oh, thought is required here. My lips won't even work. Okay, coffee time in the kingdom, and I actually got something to show for it, so the boss will be pleased. Actually, this was pretty easy to, how would you say, make a mounting bracket, because the bolt holes are already there to bolt it onto the transmission, and it's level, not like the GM ones where they're, how would you say, offset and everything, because the transmission's not flat. All right, let's see if it works. We'll pull the lever. Look at that. Hand and eye coordination, Les Nessman. There we go. All right, let's see if we can get click, 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 click. Ooh, I got talent. All right, let's go have something to drink to wash that smoke out of my mouth. Oh, that taste is unreal. Worse than the wife's cooking. Okay, on the 38 Maple Leaf, I'm doing it differently because 1, the truck is in the shop, and 2, the workbench is over there. Yes. All right, the 46 is way out there, so you have to walk back and forth. So what we're doing is making the brackets to fit. All right. So the other one, the 46, I forgot to taper in the frame. Like if I did it, 4 years ago when I did the 45, I would have remembered. But I had to correct my mistake. So what we're doing is MIG welding, MIG tacking everything together with the Hobart Handler 100. And then measuring as we go, drilling holes as we go, way down there. Can we see that, Les Nesman? So this is working out rather well. The only problem we have here, okay, we're going to go upside down. There's the transfer case. Yes, we took the motor and transmission and transfer case out of that 86 Suburban from Wisconsin. So we figured, we can always upgrade to 4-wheel drive. So we just left the transfer case in. The dry shafts have all been made, and we just have to change it over to a newer style front end and rear end, and then we can go 4-wheeling. Yes, but right now we just left it the way it is. So I got to make sure the lever action and the rods clear that transfer case. So I create my own problems like when I said I do. Okay, I charged up the Rubik's Cube light way up there. Sure does make it a lot better when you charge it up, and then you can see where you're working. All right, so this box, this park brake, the Ford emergency lever, has all been built one piece at a time on the truck, and it works a lot easier. So I put the cross brace in, okay, because we know on the other one, the 46 we did the other day, that it kind of bends, it's not strong enough. So now we'll take it out. All the welds were done as tack welds with the MIG because it's a lot easier. I'll pull this out and I'll do a bench weld using the 7018 and the AC/DC buzz box by Lincoln. Oh, the boss will be so pleased. Look at all these little things we did. We could have said it was too smoky out, and stayed in the house and played the Xbox. He would have been so impressed.
5 p.m. and as you can see, it's still pretty smoky out here right now. I'm glad we didn't do anything in the kingdom today. You can actually smell the smoke in the house with the windows and doors closed. So let's head inside and let the dogs out for a few minutes, and I can make supper and end my day.
Okay, 6 o'clock and we're finished. We didn't plan it like this. We didn't plan on working on the 38 Maple Leaf today, but we did it. All right, and the shop has gotten smoky in the last couple hours or hour and a half or whatever. It's just unreal. But that's okay. We'll be going in the house to drink some beverage. No, drink some 7-Up with some ice cubes. All right, so there we go. Doesn't that look like it's professionally made? Yes, and look at that. Hand and eye. There we go. Look at that. We even cleared the heater. Oh, we want the clicking sound. Oh, look at that. Click, click, click. Again. There we go. That's worked out good. And the shifter neutral lock is there. I'm so pleased. This wasn't planned today, but instead we got lots done. The boss will be pleased, but he's such an asshole. Okay, it's a Smoky, and I was talking with the staff there, and I think this is the worst smoke day we've had. Yes, we usually get wind or something, but this is the worst. It seems to be getting thicker, and it's so quiet out here. Like the helicopters aren't flying or anything, and they're up at the airport. They're not adjusting the carburetor or anything like that on those big helicopters. Like maybe it's too smoky for them to work outside to do the maintenance and repairs of those helicopters, because they are high maintenance, just like the women in my life. And we look way up, and there's the sun. Yes, that's it. But it's kind of strange. It's so quiet. No traffic, no nothing. Yes, so it's nice working in the shop. We got lots done. And look at the flags in their natural state of being limp. All right, let's go. We'll see if the dogs actually want to go for a walk. Hopefully they're smart and stay in the house. And we'll make a video, and we'll talk to you guys later.